Hello, hello, hello. It's the Shields coming to you again just to put a smile on your face or maybe a happy thought within yourself or just a beautiful thump of the heart, a thump of love. So, I found this story that was given to me back in 2019. It's about me and a very special love of my life. We had first connected in 1984. And then we went on our separate ways, as you will hear from the story, and we reconnected in 2019. Sometimes that special love is going to always be that special love. So, he wrote me a story, and I'm going to read it with you all, or to you all. It's called Lady of My Dream. This is a story about a young man and a young lady in a small town far away. The young man's name was Jay, and the young lady's name was Shay. Anonymous names, you understand. One day, Jay had to go to the country store to pick up some things for his mother. After paying for his items, Jay was about to leave. He opened the door. It was like a lightning bolt hit him when he saw Shay. They stared into each other's eyes as they approached each other. Jay was a little shy, so he froze inside. His heart was beating faster and faster as she walked by. So he got in the car. He needed time for him to get himself together. But he couldn't have too much time or couldn't take too much time. He knew he must go back into the store and say something to the most beautiful woman he had ever laid eyes on. Clearly, she wasn't from the town because he had never seen her before, and if she gets away, he may never see her again. So Jay got himself together, gathered all the courage he could muster in him, and he went back into the store. He walked up to her and said, "Hi, beautiful. What's your name?" Jay stood about 5'11". She was about 5'1" and a half. She looked up at him with the biggest, the most beautiful brown eyes he had ever seen and said, "Shay, my name is Shay." Jay replied, "That's a beautiful name, Shay, just right for a beautiful woman. Oh, by the way, my name is Jay, and if you don't mind me saying, you really stunned me with how lovely you looked as you walked by. You blinded me so I couldn't see." I became numb and couldn't feel my feet. I couldn't feel my tongue either, so I couldn't speak. And even if I could speak, I couldn't think. And because I couldn't think, I had no words. He put it on pretty thick, didn't he? But I think it got her. She looked at him and laughed. Then they both laughed, and they were together from that day on. Going places together, spending time together, doing everything together, just the two of them, falling more and more in love with each other each day. Till one day, Shay came to Jay and said she was going away for a long time. Shay joined the military. Jay was devastated. He had loved before, but never like this. No one had ever made him feel the way Shay makes him feel. He had never been kissed the way she kisses him. He wondered how he will live without the passion that they share when they make love to each other at every opportunity. He desperately wanted to ask her not to go, but he knows he can't stand in the way of her living her life the way she chooses. He knows she may resent him in the long run if he did, so he let her go. Shay visited Jay once, maybe twice, and eventually they lost contact. But true feelings never die. Jay moved on with his life without Shay, and Shay did the same. After a couple of years, Jay decided to leave home behind too. Jay landed up north and remained there for more than 3 decades. Whew. One day he longed for the peaceful life of country living he enjoyed many moons ago. So he decided to return back to that small town. Now, although Jay never forgot about Shay, he hadn't thought about her in years. But moving back home lit a spark in him, and he realized that spark was Shay. So he got on the computer in an effort to find her. He typed in her name and bam! There I was. Yes, there I was, looking as lovely as the day I went away. Jay contacted Shay, and to his surprise, she was as excited to see him as he was to see her. They met for the first time in more than 3 decades. And when they saw each other, 3 decades felt like 3 minutes. Life had come full circle. Shay was always the woman of Jay's dream, and Jay was always the man of her dreams. So they lived happily ever after. Did they really? Have a nice day. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging in with the Shields.